Hey YouTube, and welcome back to another video with the Florida Stacker. And today's video is all about the Royal Canadian Mint and the Royal Canadian Mint bullion products that I'm stacking in 2020. This video is going to be silver focused on the RCM. All right, so let's start with probably what comes to mind first whenever thinking about the Royal Canadian Mint, and that's the maple leaf. I've got let's look at this beautiful 2020 silver maple leaf here. You can see Queen Elizabeth II is on the obverse of the coin. It is a coin. It is backed by the government of Canada for $5 Canadian. You can see that here. And let's flip it around to the side that we all love. That is, those that love this coin like I do. And here is that beautiful maple leaf. Of course, the maple leaf is synonymous with the country of Canada. It's on their flag. Anytime I see a maple leaf, that is, I'm pretty much right away thinking about Canada. So this coin is the second most common stacked coin in the United States behind the American Silver Eagle. And I'll show you an American Silver Eagle next to this coin here towards the end of the video. This 2020 I recently acquired. I'm working on a full tube of them. It's got lots of security features that I want to talk about. Some security features that we're all hoping are going to be coming to the American Silver Eagle over the next year or so once that coin has its refresh. But you can see the holographic image inlaid into the coin there of the maple leaf. It is just absolutely stunning, as well as the radial lines behind the maple leaf. Do you see those radial lines? It's not a frosted or polished background. Let's see if I can get all angles here for you. Yeah, absolutely wonderful coin. Second most common here in the United States. Very recognizable, very liquid, and also 4/9 fine, plus packing a lot of security features. So if you're thinking about stacking these, or you are stacking these, let me go ahead and show you some storage options with these Canadian maple leafs. And obviously the first option, here we go, are the government-issued mint tubes. Now these are a little bit more narrow and a little more tall than an American Eagle tube because they hold 25 coins instead of 20. And the Canadian maple leafs are not quite as wide, but definitely more thick than the American Silver Eagle. So these are going to stack real high, real narrow and long. So I'm not actually going to use these anymore. I'm not using these currently, and that's just due to how I store my bullion. They're a little tall for my safe, and so I went ahead and moved away from the mint tubes to these guardhouse tubes here. And as I mentioned in my previous video, if you're looking for Canadian maple leaf or any of the RCM coins, because they're 2-ounce coins, and they're 1.5-ounce coins, typically are all the same diameter, right? So they're all going to fit into the same tube. It's really hard to search for them though, so I recommend you just buy, here I'm going to show you the cap to this one, the cap right here, the large dollar tubes that would hold the Eisenhower dollar, the Morgan silver dollar, or the peace dollar. Those will work just fine. Here, let's go ahead and drop one in so you can see what I'm talking about. Those will work just fine for 20 Canadian maple leafs, which I find to be a better number than 25. I like to kind of, how should I say, keep it all the same, and I use the 20 coins per tube as that standard base of measure. That's how I do it. Obviously, some people don't care. It just works with my safe. Now, another option for those that want to encapsulate their coins is to put all these coins in capsules. Now, I have some Canadian maple leaf capsules. Same as with the tubes, these will work with the Morgan silver dollars, as well as the peace dollars and Eisenhower dollars. So I got mine from HMN Supply. I've had these for probably a year now, and they are 38.1 millimeters in diameter. So that's what you want, okay? If you want to put these in capsules, they're 38.1 millimeters. Those are the ones you're going to look for. So to give you an example, let's just go ahead and encapsulate one of these real quick. All right, so here we go. Got another beautiful maple leaf. I'm going to put it here in the capsule. And I will not be keeping this coin in this capsule, so I'm just going to go ahead and slap this on real quick. Actually, that's 2 bottoms there, so let's go ahead and find the proper top. Grab 2 of the same side. All right, so here we go. There you go. So I grabbed the proper top, I'm going to squeeze it, and there you are. So the 38.1 millimeter capsule, you're not going to get any wiggle. It's the capsule that you're going to want, right, to store these in capsules if that's what you're going to do. Never mind that big fingerprint there. I'll take care of that. And I'll just go ahead and show you. A lot of people put their capsuled coins in tubes, but if you want to go with box, this is the box that you're going to want to use. This is a Guardhouse capsule box, 781635, and it'll hold 25 of these Canadian maple leafs. So let's go ahead and grab that encapsulated coin, and there you go. So let's see if it'll hold it. There you go, right? Not bad. You can get these on Amazon.com, eBay. I'm sure your local coin shop may have them if it's like a bigger coin shop. Maybe a bullion dealer won't have them, but you can find them online. So that's the Canadian maple leaf. Now let's talk about another series of coins that I'm currently accumulating from the Royal Canadian Mint. And that is a brand new series called the Creatures of the North series. And this just came out in 2020. And the very first coin in the series, which, by the way, is also a great time to start stacking and or collecting a series when the first coin is out, is this beautiful 2-ounce Kraken. And this also has the same security features. Got a whole lot of detail. I really like the ocean background. You see that ocean background, the ripples in the water? I think that's pretty sweet. So this is also 4/9 fine, 2 ounces, and instead of a $5 denomination, it's actually $10 for the 2 ounces. You can see the thickness there. All right, so let's compare this coin directly to another maple leaf so you can get an idea of the thickness difference. So you've got the maple leaf on the top and the Kraken on the bottom. That's a 3-ounce coin. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, so in a similar fashion, ladies and gentlemen, to the maple leaf, the Kraken is the same diameter, right? So I've got another one of these $1 tubes. You can also use the clear tubes if that's your fancy. You can see the $1 denomination here. Here, I'll just go ahead and show you the clear tube. The clear tubes are beautiful for display purposes. I like that you can see the coins without really having to take them out, especially if you're not putting them in capsules. But I will warn you that they're not as strong. I have dropped one and they do break, okay? So if protection is more of a concern than just aesthetics, then I would suggest, these plastic ones here that are just absolutely wonderful in my mind. They're so small. You can fit 20 of them tucked away. So nice. So there you go. So there's another option for any of the Royal Canadian Mint, not rounds, coins in 38.1 millimeter size. All right, so that's the Creatures of the North series. That was the first coin. They're going to release another coin towards the latter part of this year. That's probably behind schedule based on everything that's going on. But if you're looking to get into a series at an affordable price, the Kraken is affordable compared to a lot of other, I would say, not your standard stacker coins that are out there right now. You know, you got the Queen's Bee series from the Royal Mint in the UK. Those are going to drive about a $2 additional premium over these Krakens. And I'd say give the Kraken a try. I've had the Queen's Bee coins, and I do like them as well. But if you're here in North America, why not stack a really recognizable coin from the Royal Canadian Mint? Okay, so we're going to move on now and talk about some of the other options from the Royal Canadian Mint to stack. This is the part my bar fans have been waiting on. And here you've got a 10-ounce Royal Canadian Mint bar. Now, these are 4/9 fine. They're also packed with security features. Got an individualized serial number. This bar is very nice. I would call this kind of like the Cadillac of 10-ounce silver bars. This one and the Britannia, I think, are probably the two best looking, in my opinion, from the sovereign nations. See that middle leaf there? That's the Royal Canadian Mint symbol, like what's on these mint tubes here. It's got that additional polished look to it, so it's different than a lot of the other bars out there. Plus, it's also got a reeded edge, which many of the other bars, at least the ones I have, lack this reeded edge. So really an awesome bar. Now, the downside to these silver bars is that they're asking ridiculous premiums. For 10 ounces of silver in an RCM bar, you can also stack, which also comes at a high premium, a 10th ounce of gold. And in my opinion, if you're just starting out and you have the option to grab a 10th ounce of gold or a 10-ounce silver bar, me personally, I would take the gold. But then again, I'm gold focused. All right, so you've got the 10-ounce bar, and then you also have a brand new product, and I did a video on this maybe about 2 to 3 weeks ago. The Royal Canadian Mint has recently released their new cast industrial kilo silver bars. They're not nearly as beautiful as those 10-ounce bars, and they're also 3/9 fine. You see there 999. And not your more standard 4/9 fine, like the coins and the other bar that I showed you. It's also, you can see, it's a cast bar. It's not nearly as pretty as the other bar, but this is 32.15 ounces of silver. It's definitely got some heft, and I got this one because of the low serial number. It was a JM Bullion exclusive. They had some low serial number bars. I got some of the first ones in. I think Provident Metals did the same thing, another JM Bullion company. They had some of these in. So if you're looking to get silver in a higher weight count and not go straight to the 100-ounce bar, which I don't have pictured here today because I don't have one, but there is. For my big stackers out there, you probably already know the Royal Canadian Mint does offer a 100-ounce bar. Wow. Okay, so now let's talk about comparing some of these coins to the two other popular options out there when it comes to stacker coins. And that is going to be the American Silver Eagle. And I've got a 2020 Silver Eagle here. Let's go ahead and grab one of these maple leafs. And then let's put it also against what I would consider to be probably the third most popular coin, and that's the Austrian Philharmonic. These three right here are just highly recognizable, and I would say you're going to be hard-pressed to find a coin shop or a bullion dealer that's going to turn any of these down. No one's probably going to turn down the Eagle. There will be situations where someone might turn down the maple leaf, especially if it's a 2017 or older maple leaf that has a lot of milk spotting on it. And you'll probably find more shops that will turn down the Philharmonic than the other two coins. I know one of my two coin shops, they treat the Philharmonic just like a round. So you're going to get spot, right? In a typical situation, not this situation we're in right now, I would get offered spot price, the same as for like a Buffalo round for a Philharmonic. That's a shame because it's a very nice coin, also backed by the euro, 1.5 euros. So I wanted to give you this real quick comparison. The Silver Eagle it's got the largest diameter of the three. It's thinner and wider, whereas the maple leaf kind of falls in the middle at 38 millimeters. The Eagle is a little more than 40. And then the Philharmonic is actually thicker and also not quite as wide as the maple leaf. The Philharmonic also has a polished edge and doesn't have the reeded edge of the other two coins. So if you haven't had any, if you don't have these three coins in your current stack, or you're thinking about getting into these coins, I wanted to just kind of show you that comparison, right? Because this is a stacking channel. This is a channel where I'm trying to inform and show you what I've learned along the way, and help you make, the right decision for you, so you don't, make as many mistakes. Some of the mistakes that I made, where you made the wrong purchases, started down the wrong path. You can't go wrong with these three coins. All right, now premiums right now obviously are whack, and everybody knows that. In the comments, just read the comments. Half of the comments on this video, for those of you that have made it this long, are going to be anti-stacking at all right now. Like, nope, not doing it, not paying. Okay, that's fine. That's a great choice, and if that works for you, that works for you. But, well, obviously I'm running a stacking channel, so it's I wouldn't say it's conducive to the future growth prospects of this channel if I were suddenly to stop stacking. So what I decided to do is just like what I would do in the military, right? You got to adapt improvise, and overcome. You just kind of you got to flow with it, right? Just keep swimming. You got to find those deals, find what works for you. And I keep exploring different options and sharing those here on the channel with what I'm finding. It may not always be right, and it may not be right for everybody, but I want to bring that here so we can all learn from one another and limit the number of mistakes so that we can get more of our fiat into real money, real gold and silver for our futures. So guys and gals, that's going to conclude this video. It's a little longer than most of my videos. Hopefully you learned something, or at least enjoyed looking at some of these beautiful coins. So before we tune out one more time, I'm going to get these RCM coins here. Let's grab the back. There we go. So have a good look there at some beautiful 4/9 fine silver. All right, everybody, that concludes this video. As usual, keep working on your future, right? Plan it out. Budget. Live within your means. And save. And take that savings, and I wouldn't recommend keeping it in cash. Not much, at least. You got to have some cash on hand, but protect yourself. Protect yourself with gold and silver. All right. Until next time.